Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus Time Travelers. Thank you very much for being here. This is your full moon in Leo message. Keep in mind, as always, it is a collective general reading, okay? You know the drill. Just take the messages that come across today, how they fit and if they fit. And of course, if they don't, just leave them, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it's someone else's. And of course, don't forget to check out your other placements. With all of that said now, let's begin. Okay. Aries, your full moon in Leo message is Feast of Plenty, Choices and Their Consequences, card number 20. Your first Moonology card here is Last Quarter Moon in Capricorn, Leave the Past Behind. And your next Moonology card, not sure why I'm having difficulty with these, Void Moon, Do Nothing. So many of you have an opportunity here to move forward in a particular direction. It would require you to leave something or someone behind. However, if you don't do anything, right, in this void moon, this is like, I kind of feel with that choices and consequences card, it's like the opportunity will leave, at least for the time being. Tell me more about this here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know? Let's scoot these back a bit. What do they need to know about Feast of Plenty, Choices and Their Consequences, card number 20, Last Quarter Moon in Capricorn, Leave the Past Behind, and Void Moon, Do Nothing? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Knight of Cups, you have the Four of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Sun, and you have the High Priestess. And at the bottom of the deck here, you have the Fool, you have the Two of Wands, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So many of you have already received this. Some of you have received it in the last quarter of Capricorn season. So it looks like an offer or opportunity has been available to you. Now, it could have been available up to the last year with that Page of Pentacles. So it's either an opportunity in the sense that it has been offered to you, or it's been on the plate, you know, for a while, and it's been up to you about whether or not you want to take it, or it's an opportunity that you could create for yourself. And maybe for some of you, you've been thinking about for the last year about whether or not you want to create the opportunity. So whether it's something that is being given to you or something that you need to create yourself, this is what's on the table, but it requires you to leave this behind, this Four of Wands to the Sun card, something that has been structured or stable in your life. But it's almost like you can't accept this and keep this. But if you do nothing, Page of Wands to the High Priestess, if you don't move forward with this, then I feel like the feeling I get here is like it's taken off the table. So let's say you're an Aries and you've been looking for a job, and this is an employment offer. Obviously, if it would require you, right, to leave maybe your current position, right, your current place of employment in order to accept it. But if you don't get back to them, if you do nothing with the offer, then they're just going to go to the next candidate, right, and offer it to them. That's kind of the feeling that I get here. So you seem to be at a crossroads. You're on the precipice of change here. This Page of Pentacles is holding the Ace of Pentacles, which is here, but you seem to be undecided about whether or not you want to take it. Tell me more about the offer here. Tell me more about the offer. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The offer, Two of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, Page of Cups. At some point in time, you wanted this. You hoped for it, or you prayed for it, or you thought about it. You planted a seed at some point in time that you would like this opportunity. And now that it's available to you, again, either being given to you from an external party or something that you can create for yourself, now you seem to be undecided about it. This would require you to leave something or someone behind. What is that? What is this Four of Wands to the Sun card? Let's clarify the Four of Wands first. I'm being told to clarify both of those cards separately. Not sure why that is. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Four of Wands is being clarified by the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. And then why the Sun card? Why the Sun card? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Sun card is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, we have Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Five of Swords. So whatever this is for you, situation, environment, or connection, in order to move towards this, which is something you've been hoping and praying for, like manifesting, or at some point in time you planted some seeds for it, it would require you to leave something or someone behind that you aren't exceptionally happy with. Is it structured? Is it stable? Yes, but in the Four of Cups, it's not emotionally enticing for you. It's not emotionally fulfilling for you. There's some love or respect for whomever this is, the boss, the friend, the family member, the lover, maybe the community, right? If we're looking at the Four of Wands in respect to where you live. And it's stable, but it's small, right? It's showing up here in page and knight energy. So the joy for it, or the emotional contentment for it, is minimal. It's stable in the Knight of Pentacles, but it's not necessarily growing. And then that's further clarified here by the Sun, and that's the Hangman, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you continue to give to whomever this is, right? It's a job that you still go to even though you don't love it. It's a connection that you're still part of even though you're no longer emotionally content with this individual, but you're keeping the family connection. You're keeping the friendship for now. You're keeping the love ship for now. But Sun to the Hangman it's the promise of the Sun is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. The Sun is the warmest card in the deck. It screams of vitality, positivity, healing, abundance. You've been suspended in this Hangman position. So you either had the Sun with the situation, environment, or connection once upon a time, and it has long disappeared, and you sort of have been still nurturing whatever this is, hoping it would come back, and it doesn't appear that it has. Or it never even reached that. You've just been perpetually waiting for the Sun to show up, for the job to improve, for the relationship to improve. So for some of you, you did reach that pinnacle of Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and then it just kind of disappeared and you've been waiting for it to come back, or it never reached it and you've just been waiting a long time for it to get there. Either way, it's not currently here. So it would require, this new opportunity would require you to leave this behind. Now, if you don't do anything, High Priestess is not a card of movement. The Page of Wands is a card of movement. But it's like, if you don't do anything here, what happens then? I would assume choices and their consequences. The cards just fell. I just saw the Devil, the Page of Swords. Two cards fell here. Oh, look at that. The Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So the feeling here, sorry, I'm going to get a little comfortable. The feeling here is that if you don't do anything, you will be sabotaging yourself from this opportunity. Now, it doesn't mean that a similar opportunity or that even this particular opportunity can't come back around again in the future. But for the here and now, I feel like it would be taken off the table, or it would not be an option or opportunity for you. Yeah, choices and their consequences. Tell me more about that Page of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Page of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Star, and the Six of Cups. So you seem to be curious, although internally conflicted about whether or not you want to move forward with this. There's the hesitation. The hesitation is this really wish fulfillment, or does this have the potential to be wish fulfillment? So there's apprehension here on your part. And the High Priestess, I feel like if you don't do anything, although some of you are trying to tap into your intuition to figure out what to do with this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Eight of Cups, you have the Emperor, and you have the Ten of Swords. That's exactly what happens. If you choose to not do anything, if you don't respond, if you don't take action, if you don't move forward towards this, if you don't accept whatever offer here is on the table, then I feel like it comes to an end. If you make the active choice to not do it, the job finds another candidate for the position. The friend or family member will disengage from you. You know, the lover will go their own separate ways. So someone here is offering you something, and it's on you whether or not you want to take it. If you don't take it, I feel like this person takes their offer and goes home. They go in another direction. Or if it's an opportunity that you have to create for yourself, if you don't take this moment to create it, or at least start planning to create it, then I feel like life will get in the way, and this sort of gets put on the back burner. And this could end up becoming a regret of yours later on down the line, that you did not seize the moment or seize the opportunity or the chance when you had the time. Let's get you some advice here. I want to get you advice. First, I want to see, before I get you the advice, Aries, Let's see what happens if you do. Most likely what will happen if you do take the opportunity, and then what will most likely happen if you do not. We got a little bit of an idea here of what happens, but let's see if we can find out more for you. Yeah, even the way the cards fell before from your deck, I feel like you're a bit frazzled. And again, I feel like that was an omen. Like if you drop the ball, you kind of lose it. And now even with shuffling this deck, I feel like you're very conflicted. I could feel how the cards are shuffling. They're not as even or smooth as they typically are for me. Let's get you 3 cards for those of you who do choose to either take action and create this for yourself or accept it if it's coming from an external source. 3 cards of what most likely happens. King of Swords. So if you're very clear thinking and authentic to you, and you decide to move forward with this, one more shuffle here. Thank you. If you decide to move forward with it, 6 of Pentacles to the 3 of Cups. That's really nice. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords to the Star card. Well, I feel that if you do move forward with this, and again, you don't have to give all of yourself to it. Like let's say you currently have a job, but you're thinking of starting your own company. This is the opportune time for you to do that. Now, if you don't do that, life is going to get in the way. It doesn't mean you can't start your own company a year from now or even 6 months from now. But in this moment, kind of like other things happen and it gets put on the back burner. But again, if you choose to give to it, okay, I'm going to keep the job for now, but I'm going to launch the company anyway, and I'm just going to give a couple hours a week to it, then I think that this is a cause for celebration and victory. Again, I don't feel like you have to go all in, but you do have to give something. Remember, we're also looking at that void moon of do nothing. So I think if you do nothing, you lose it. If you do something, you're able to salvage the opportunity or start building on the opportunity. It will take you a long time. If you don't put 100% of yourself into it, it will take you a long time. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Star card, which we have the Star card here. So do you eventually get to wish fulfillment with whomever or whatever this is? You do. But the less you give, the longer it will take to get there. But at least you'll be on the road of creating it for yourself if you move towards it. Now let's get you 3 cards if you decide to do nothing. 3 cards if Aries decides here to do nothing with this, to stay where they are. 3 cards if Aries decides to do nothing. One more shuffle here. Thank you. If you decide to do nothing, 6 of Cups, and you stay here in the present situation, and that's the judgment call you make, we have the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, we have the 10 of Wands, and we have the 2 of Swords to the 4 of Cups here. So if you choose to do nothing, because this offers you, like I said, some type of structure or stability, right? We saw that with the 4 of Wands. If that is your choice and to do nothing, not to go after this, it will be much more difficult for you to manifest this opportunity in the future. In fact, you could feel like your manifestation is blocked. This will never become this. I think that's the point of the message here. And you will feel blocked. Like why? Look, you got the 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the Fool card. It'll be like 10 times harder to get back to this. And again, it's either because life gets in the way, or you get too stuck in whatever this is, or the opportunity is taken off of the table. So this is a very loud message here for the Aries collective in regards to choices and their consequences. We'll get you 3 cards now of final advice. It's like moving towards it is the best option, even if you can only give a little or plan a little. That 3 of Pentacles is like just work on it, you know, just work on it a little bit. And then 6 of Swords, you'll be able to move forward towards it to the Chariot card in time. You'll have victory with it in time. But I feel like if you do nothing, it's taken off of the table. Final 3 cards of advice here for Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 6 of Wands, the Sun, and the 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups. I mean, in terms of advice, this is telling you to do what you feel is ultimately best for you, to pour your pentacle resources, your time, your love, your money into a situation, environment, or connection that will yield and will produce long-term results. You have already been witness to, or you have already experienced that the current situation, environment, or connection does not fit the bill. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. If this is your reading, it's here in your energy. That's why your card here is telling you to leave it behind. And now change can be scary. for any sign. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, Aries is the emperor and they should just be able to charge forward. Don't change is scary for any sign, especially if this has become a comfort zone. But there's something here in terms of your advice to put your pentacle resources towards the situation, environment, or connection that could actually offer you the sun, as opposed to the current situation, environment, or connection that does not. That's where your victory and joy rest. And I think Source doesn't want to see you miss this opportunity. That is what I have for you, Aries. That is your full moon in Leo message in terms of releasing and letting go. It's time for the Aries collective to release and let go of the past and move forward towards this new opportunity. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you once again for being a time traveler. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.